Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this is going to be another War Machine Battle Report. That's right. You know, I said when I came back and I restarted the channel, I wasn't going to be doing these all the time, but I will be doing these now and then. And so here's one right now. The reason why I decided to share this one is because it's not my usual Thexus or anything like that I've done bajillion battle reports on. This is a new list I'm really trying to practice and get good at, and so I'm almost doing this not only just to kind of share this different list with you, but also I want to be doing battle reports so I can do a better job of self-analyzing and making sure I can improve my own game. So kind of a win-win here. And so what I'm really running with here is Gastone2, and this is in the Lealese theme, which is allowing me to take 2 men off the unit. So I got the Incinerators with the UA. When they get the armor buff on them, Dauntless Resolve, and they go into Shield Wall, they're armor 24 with tough. They are amazingly tough units. Otherwise, the Choir, of course, is always good, making it so I can't be shot, giving me extra strength, all that great stuff. And otherwise, just kind of like some jacks and solos to make things work. Anastasia is off on the side. Gorman's way up there because in the theme I can put a 5-inch rough terrain 18 inches up the table, and then I can have a solo starting it. So pretty cool to do that. You know, he's up there hoping to threaten things with his corrosion bombs. Now I'm going to be up against Daryl, and he is running his new 4Shade 4. So this is the new CID is out for Rhett, and now we get to see all the scary. And this guy's feet got it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty much if Berka and Constance had a baby, that's what you're kind of dealing with now. Because when I attack them, if I kill a model, destroy a model rather, I get stationary. Plus every single time he's getting a soul so that he can go and get more focus next turn. So it's yeah, this could be very dangerous because of course I have a lot of big tough stuff that I don't want to be losing to being like stationary on the first attack, and at the same time he has a lot of very fast and hard hitting units that I don't want to be overwhelmed with. So I know going into this is not really the best situation, but again, I'm not going to learn this list unless I play. So really looking at this, I don't think this will be a scenario type game. It might be an assassination. That forest that's there in the middle will make that a little bit tough, but I also get Ghost Walk, both from my feet and from a spell, so I can like sneak into that pretty good too. But if I can't get the assassination, maybe I can go for a death clock, or worst case scenario, it could be like a turn 7 scenario type thing, but I gotta really see how this game progresses. Alright, so I had first turn. I am pretty much just getting up the board. I am running up to the Incinerators. They have Dauntless Resolve up, just like I kind of said. Otherwise, everything just kind of got up there. I probably really should have put Lifebound onto the Choir, and I'm now going to be forced to waste focus recasting it now next turn basically. But really what I'm planning to do here is, at first when I was deploying, is that the Incinerators were going to try and hold the left side while I kind of blitz the right. As you can see here though, he has a lot of infantry on the right, so it's now a lot more plausible that on the left side he's going to be able to move up these halberdiers. I'll kill a bunch with corrosion. The Incinerators will kill a bunch, and now I'm starting to actually think I might be able to score some points on the left side. So again, I gotta see how this all develops, but so far that's looking somewhat promising. On his side of one, I got Jordan there giving me the finger because, you know, haters gotta hate. But anyway, pretty much what's happening is that on the left side, he's basically coming up and going into Shield Wall. This makes it think to me that, yeah, he on the left side is really just wanting to kind of like slow that down and bog it down. And then on the right side, that's probably where he wants to be doing his scoring. So that's kind of good to know. It also is important because if he's probably not going to be pushing too far into that zone, it'll be easier for me to try and score. But we got to kind of see how this works. Otherwise, he puts up a couple of clouds, and Dauntless Resolve is on the left unit. There's actually a lot of similarities in the spells between our two casters. You know, we both have Ghost Walk, we both have a Dauntless Resolve, but yeah, you know, obviously this is a thing where I got a bunch of infantry and I got to prepare for impact. So my turn 2, this is a little bit of a blurry picture, I'm sorry, but Anastasia comes on. She's really just running in to engage up that one express team, or what? No, it's not express team, it's not Signar, whatever that weapons team is over there. Runs over just to engage them, cause some issues. Gorman goes up there and is able to throw in a corrosion bomb that hits 6 of them, doesn't kill any. Actually, I went and I got enough, I rolled high enough to kill 2, but they both toughed. And because that healer girl is by there, they can't be knocked down, so whatever. Otherwise, you know, the Incinerator's going to shield wall. They're repoing up because of Gibbs. And really, now I have Lifebound up onto the choir. They're up there just to kind of really get in the way and make sure that when they die, I'm going to be getting souls onto my caster Gastone2, which will allow me to do that Death Dealer stuff and do 4 shots all boosted. Gaston's also shifting his way to the left to try and get a bead onto 4Shade, but otherwise, yeah, just trying to hold back and see what happens. One of the things that's going to be working out really well in my favor is that Terran there on the right has this beautiful spot at the back of that zone in the forest where she can't be seen, so she's really going to be an annoying thing that is going to take a lot to try and weed her out type thing. So that's fantastic for me to try and slow him down. Alright, so on his turn 2 then, that corrosion really doesn't do the work I was hoping, because 3 of them go out, 2 of them he just toughs and doesn't care, and then I kill 1. So whereas I'd hoped to kill like 4 models, I killed 1. So that was unfortunate. They do their little mini feat, they charge in, they actually managed to kill off 2 of the Incinerators. I really didn't know, I didn't do the math, I didn't know what to expect. It's hard to do the math because it's really up to my opponent. My opponent's going to decide how much of combined melee attacks he's going to make, and so I kind of estimated he'd kill 2. I was hoping for maybe just 1. He came close to killing 3, 1 just toughed, but that I can take. Otherwise, he really just kind of comes up. He kills only 2 of the choir. They're up there, so I only get 2 souls, which is unfortunate. But yeah, otherwise he just kind of like gets up there. One of the things I didn't say though that was important in him killing those Incinerators was that the one Phoenix kind of ran into the forest there, which let him arc over the spell that made me -2 armor. So of course that just helps him chip in there just that much more. Now, at first, what I was really hoping for here was that with that forest, that he might feel safe, and that then I can do Ghost Walk, and then I can send the freebooter up to 4Shade, throw him my way, and kill him. But after putting out some Ghost Walk of his own and doing some repos, yeah, there is now so much stuff in the way. He has popped his feet. So now, yeah, every guy I kill, I'll be stationary. And so this will do some interesting things. Like on the left, he triggers Vengeance, but I don't want to make my Vengeance attacks because I want to wait till my activation so I can actually cast Shield Wall before I go and stationary myself. So yeah, at this point here, I don't have a good shot at getting Assassination, so all I can really do is just try and start grinding things down. I should mention as well that he did try killing Anastasia, failed. Did a free strike after the feat, and that's going to stationary her. So she's, you know, she killed a dude, so why not? She's up there stationary. Otherwise, like I said, I basically first, before I go into the Incinerators, Gaston goes in there and shoots down a couple halberdiers. Although, because that stupid healer, I don't get the souls for it, so that's awful, but what can you do? Then the Incinerators go in, they shield wall, make some attacks, they get stationary. All my jacks are going up, they're making attacks, getting stationary. It's all kind of bad, but at the same time, it's okay-ish, because I'm only defense 11 anyway for a lot of that stuff, so whether I'm stationary or defense 11, I'm getting hit regardless. Of course, the biggest part of the feat is just the fact that I can't really go in there and, you know, buy attacks and kill like 3 models with every jack, which would be awesome. I could be getting in there and doing tons of work, but because of this, that doesn't really happen. Actually, it even does even worse for me because, you know, in some cases I'm boosting to hit and whatever, missing to hit, and so some of my jacks actually aren't even stationary. Same with 2 of my Incinerators because they just couldn't even hit. So whatever, you know, maybe it's not so bad that I'm not stationary, but otherwise I'm still just trying to slow things down. I dropped off the Lifebound, just trying to get a little bit more focused, keep myself safe, and maybe that was a mistake. You know, I did that before I learned that I wouldn't be getting any souls from shooting down things. So whereas I thought I'd be at 4 or 5 souls now, I'm still just at the 2, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, at this point here, I did what I could. I now have to see what he does with his side of things. So on his side 3 then, he's starting to now just charge in there. At first, you know, the halberdiers on the left can't really do much of anything at all. But then a Phoenix who gets all the focus and gets extra strength and all that stuff, he comes charging in and he kills off all the regular incinerators so that there's only the UA. 4Shade comes over here as he's starting to try and make a play on this left zone and revives a bunch of them back into there as well. Also does another ghost walk. You know, he had a lot of souls that turned into focus from me killing guys last turn, so he had a lot of that stuff. Otherwise, you know, he's charging into my jacks, doing a little damage all the way across. Those defenders are, of course, the most annoying because what they're able to do is pick what column they're attacking so they can try and take out my cortexes. They only got on one of them, which isn't that really big of a deal because my objective is the healing one. So whatever one he knocks out a cortex, I can just kind of heal it. But yeah, we're now at this point here where I need to start doing some serious work. So the first thing I think about when I look at this is that, well, at least he didn't score on scenario, but that one UA that I thought was towing the zone was actually a millimeter or 2 out. I just couldn't really tell because of that terrain, so he scores a point. So already scenario is a pressure on me, but I thought, you know what, this is now a turn where I can really get the attrition going back in my favor. Thanks to Choir and also Ragman, I can make sure I can kill the Phoenix on the left. I can start killing lots of this infantry. And the biggest thing here is that even if this attrition doesn't completely go my way, the big thing is that his clock, which you can't really see, is already down to 18 minutes where mine's at 38. So really, winning by clock is a real win condition right now, and it's something I could go for. One of the reasons why I kind of dismissed it, though, is the fact that we were getting close to midnight at this point. You know, it's been a gaming night that's been going on. This is kind of like a game at the end of the day type thing. And so I didn't want to kind of extend it out to try to get a death clock type win, because I think I actually have a pretty good shot at assassination. 4Shade is standing up there, camping only 1. And really what I can do is, even though I'm like 14.2 inches away, so I can't just aim normally, what I can do is I can fully load up Nomads 4 and 1. On myself, I can use my last 2 focus after I drop my upkeeps to cast Fire Group, which will make me now enough range to actually shoot him. So sorry, he was like 12.1 or whatever away, so outside of my 12 inches, but once I go to 4 inches, I will be able to shoot him. So if I do that, I have a soul in myself, so I'll be rolling an extra dice. I can get some initial damage there. Maybe Gibbs and Ragman might do something. And then basically, because of my feet giving Ghost Walk, I can trample over his models and not take free strikes. I can trample through the terrain and not be slowed down. And then each one can buy and boost an attack. And really, between all of that, that's going to be a pretty good odds of assassination. So, you know, even though the safe play probably would just be attrition, I'm just going to go for assassination because I think there's a great chance and I want to get some sleep. So that's what I do. I go with Reinhold. She comes over, gives me an extra bullet. I let all my upkeeps head drop, like I said. Cast Fire Group. I aim. He gets some pretty good damage going right off the hop, so that's fantastic. Gibbs is able to hit, lands 1 more damage. Sure, why not? Ragman misses, and then really I just need to get the freebooter out of the way after of course I pop feet. And then the 2 Nomads trample on over. First one rolled double 1s for damage, so didn't actually finish him off. But the last one, boom, knocks him out of the park, and that's it. 4Shade goes down, and I win this game on turn 4 on assassination. So there you go, folks. This is this interesting list. It's really not something I'm used to. I'm used to playing really heavy skew lists, and this one's kind of more of a mix. You know, I do have quite a few jacks, but there's a lot of pieces with all the solos and repos that I gotta kind of like work together. And it was really good in this game here to kind of learn almost some new tech, where when I really don't need the choir to be saying no shooting or for getting the damage bonus, there's no problem throwing like 4 of them up in the way to really help absorb a charge from a unit like this. And then plus, it's what can actually give me the souls even when I'm being shut down. And then finally, being able to use my feet offensively, that's something I never really thought of. You know, I thought of like, okay, my feet gives me stealth, that's good. If I need to get some charges where there's train in the way, that's great. But the idea where I can trample over and not worry about free strikes and not worry about terrain, that's huge. So it really adds to my assassination potential, especially if I'm in a situation where I don't need my focus, because if I can do Death Dealer and just get 4 fully boosted shots anyway, I can just use all my focus on other jacks that can trample forward and make attacks. So yeah, this is just more learning with this list. Hopefully you guys found it interesting. If you have any comments or anything like that on the list of the game, please put it down below. But otherwise, I hope you like this return of battle reports, and otherwise we will catch you later. Bye.